Hey class, today we are going to learn about algebraic expression, where we have to know the basic. Before jumping more into all the materials we have in high school, we're going to start with the basic. The basics are the fundamental operation of algebra. So first of all, look at this example. 5 plus 3 equals to 8. And we also know that 3 plus 5 equals to 8. You see that in this operation, we only switch the number, the position. First, the 5 plus 3, and it will be equals to 3 plus 5. And these are called as operation of commutative, changing the position. It can be done in addition, and it also can be done in multiplication, yeah, which, for example, 2 multiplied by 6 is 12, and 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. So 2 multiplied by 6 is equals to 6 multiplied by 2. So from this example, we can see that for any two numbers that we add, a plus b equals to b plus a, and it will be also be equal where we have a multiplied by b equals to b multiplied by a, where a and b is an element of real number. These operations are called commutative law. Jadi ini sifat komutatif ya kelas. Nah, sekarang let's continue to the next one. The second fundamental operation is this example, where you have in a bracket 2 plus 3 close bracket plus 4 equals to 5 plus 4 equals to 9. It is also the same if we put 2 plus inside a bracket 3 plus 4 close bracket equals to 2 plus 7 equals to 9. In this example, we can see that the bracket is put in a different place. For this example, the first one is in the front, and the second example is put on the second and the third one. And this does not change the answer. So this is what you call as grouping, or as you can say, this is called association law. It exists for addition, and it can also be done in multiplication, such as this example. You can see that 5 multiplied by 6 inside the bracket multiplied by 7 equals to 210, while we can also get 210 by putting the bracket at the end, where 5 multiplied by inside the bracket 6 multiplied by 7 close bracket equals to 210. So these two examples are a form of association law. From this example, we can tell that for any number of A, B, or C, when you put inside a bracket and you change the position of the bracket, it will be the same, whether it's addition or multiplication, where A, B, and C is an element of real number. Jadi untuk semua bilangan apapun entah itu A, B, C, ketika dijumlahkan dalam bentuk kurung, ketika diubah posisinya atau kita menggrouping kelompok dari kelompok yang lain mana dulu yang diijakan, tidak akan merubah hasilnya dan akan disebut sifat asosiatif. Next example is about the distributive law. In this example, we can do works like 5 multiplied by inside the bracket 4 plus 3 equals to 5 multiplied by 7. We add them first and we get 35. But in some cases, we can also do this, where we first multiply the numbers 5 multiplied by 4, and then we do 5 multiplied by 3. And then the operation is in this one in the middle. We add them. So 5 multiplied by 4, 5 multiplied inside the bracket 4 plus 3 would be equals to 5 multiplied by 4 inside the bracket plus inside the bracket 5 multiplied by 3, which will be equals to 20 plus 15, which is 35. This would be used a lot because in algebra you cannot add different kind of words or letters, and that's why this fundamental of distribution is really important and you have to remember. Yeah, it goes to the opposite way. It can be changed from this to that or from here to that to make our solving problem easier. Okay, now we continue, and this shows that a multiplied by b plus c would be equals to a multiplied by b plus a multiplied by c, which is inside the bracket. And this also goes with the example of subtraction, yeah, the operation of subtraction. So distributive law are when you distribute the numbers by multiplying them first and then do the addition or subtraction to them. Now, and also in doing algebra and solving problems, we have to remember the order of operation. Yeah, the first order is to always do things such as the one inside the parentheses, yeah, brackets, or absolute value symbol. Yeah, maybe you haven't learned this absolute symbol. So this is parentheses, this is brackets, and absolute symbol is like this. Yeah, so yeah, this is absolute. You will be learning later soon. And the second one is you have to do multiplication and division first. And if they have the same, if they are in the same operation and there's multiplication and division at the same time, you do it from the left to the right. Same thing after that, you do to addition and subtraction. Yeah, you learned this already, and I know you can do this and remember the steps. Now, let's continue to how we solve problems. Yeah, practice is 5 plus 3 multiplied by 8. Now there's an addition here. First, we have to do which one first? Addition or multiplication? Yes, multiplication first. So we do 3 multiplied by 8 first, which will be equal to 5 plus 24, which is equals to 29. Then we also have these two questions. In the inside the bracket, 8 plus 9, close bracket, multiplied by 5. Even though there's a multiplication and addition, but we have something inside the bracket, so we always do inside the bracket first, although it is an addition. 8 plus 9 is equals to 17. Then we multiply by 5, which will be 85. Then we have 2 squared, yeah, plus 9 multiplied by a root of 27. Now we have to do the one with the power and with the roots, yeah. So 2 squared is equal to 4 plus 9 multiplied by what is the square root of 3? What is the cube root of 27? It is 3, because 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 is 27. So now we can do the next step, which is addition or multiplication. Yes, addition, multiplication. So 4 plus 27 equals to 31. Yeah. Now with this, because addition and subtraction have the same power, we do from the left to the right. 5 plus 8 is 13. Minus 15 minus 7. 13 minus 15 is minus 2. Then we subtract by 7. Minus 2 minus 7 is equals to minus 9. And for the last example is you can do it yourself. Yeah. Now we're going to learn the vocabulary of power of a number. The power of a number. What is the power of a number? Yeah. So we can see that 2 multiplied by 2 can be called as 2 squared or 2 to the power of 2. Yeah. One have 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. It can be called 2 cubed or 2 to the power of 3. And we continue if there are 4 2's of multiplication, we say 2 to the power of 4, 2 to the power of 5, and 2 to the power of 8 because there are 8 2's. So if you have a number to the power of something, then you multiply that same number over and over again until n times. Okay? X is root of a number. This is what you called a root. Yeah? You can write it, you can find it in its form, or you can find it without the letter, without the numbers. Yeah? It will still called square root. Yeah? And this one is a cube root. So a cube root of 125 is 5 because 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5 is 125. So the cube root of 125 is 5. Now, if there is the fifth root of something, yeah, now we have a 5 and then there's a root. We read this as fifth root of 32. So what numbers, when you multiply this in multiply that number 5 times in a row, you get 32. It is 2, yeah? Because 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, multiplied by 2 is 8, multiplied by 2 is 16, and then you multiply by another 2 is 32. Yeah? So that's why you got the fifth root of 32 is 2. And so we have a notion for any numbers that is being rooted by something, yeah, by n root of a number, we'll get the answer. Now, why do we need to learn algebra? Because in solving problems, we need to find a value, yeah, to complete a problem. Sometimes problem can be found by simplifying them, where we don't get the value, but sometimes we can find the value in a letter because we can find it. Now, based on those things, do this number. Solve x plus 5 equals to 3. Now we need to find the letter x. Step is, we first need to let x stay alone. So we move the 5 to the other side. Yeah. And when the numbers or the operation move to the other side, yeah, the other side is going from the left or the right side of an equal symbol. Yeah. See this equal symbol? Yeah. So we subtract them. We find the opposite of plus 5, it becomes minus 5. So x equals to 3 minus 5 equals to x equals to minus 2. Now we solve this one. 3x equals to 12. 3x is the same thing as 3 multiplied by x, yeah, with a dot. So when we try to solve this, we need to find the opposite of multiplication, and the opposite of multiplication is operation of division. So x equals to 12 divided by 3 equals to 4. Now we need to find y minus 10 equals to 4. And the opposite of negative or subtraction is addition. So we change equal to y equals to 4 plus 10, where we get y equals to 14. And if we have division, we change the division into a multiplication. So y per 6 equals to 4, where y equals to 4 multiplied by 6. So we change this division into a multiplication. Get y equals to 24. Yeah. And for some other one is this question. Yeah. Where we have the opposite of the power is a root. Yeah. So we can solve this problem by solving using this method. Now look at this. A square equals to 36. And the opposite of square is root square. So the root square of 36 is 6. Now, what is the cube square, a cube root of b when it is equals to 4? The opposite of cube root is is the power of. So b equals to 4 with the power of 3, which is 64. Now, how do you solve this one? We do it step by step, yeah? Y square plus 12 equals to 16. The first step in doing algebraic expression is to put the letter that you want to solve. In this case, we want to solve what is the value of y. So make sure y stays on the left, and you put or change the position of this addition to the other side. And the opposite of addition is subtraction. So y squared equals to 16 minus 12 is 4. So y equals to, remember the opposite of square is root square, which is the root square of 4, which is equals to 2. So y equals to 2. Done. Now we want to solve z squared minus 2z minus 24. This is what you learn in junior high school, is that you can do what you call as distributive. First, to find z square, you have to find a letter or a number that makes something multiplied by something equals to z square. In this case, it's z multiplied by z. And to get minus 24, you have to find two numbers that when you multiply it, it becomes minus 24. It can be 1 multiplied by minus 24. It can be minus 1 multiplied by 24. It can be 2 multiplied by minus 12. It can be minus 2 multiplied by 12. It can be 3 multiplied by minus 8. It can be 8 multiplied by, wait. It can be minus 3 multiplied by 8. It can be 4 multiplied by minus 6, or it can be minus 4 multiplied by 6. Yeah, these are all the possible multiplication of minus 24. Now, to get in the middle, yeah, you need to add this number and see where we get minus 2. Let's see that if we add them, 1 plus minus 24 is minus 23. So this is not the answer. Then we get minus 1 plus 24 is 23. Yeah, to get the one in the middle, yeah. And then we have 2 plus minus 12 is minus 10. Then we have minus 2 plus 12 is 10. 3 minus 8 is 5, or minus 5, I mean. Minus 3 plus 8 is 5. 4 plus minus 6 is minus 2. And minus 4 plus 6 is 2. To get this minus 2 in the middle, we get that it's a multiplication of 4, or an addition of 4 minus 6. Yeah. So this is plus 4, and this is minus 6. Now this is not done. Yeah, after this step, you have to do it one by one. Z plus 4 equals to 0. So z equals to, the opposite of addition of 4 is minus 4. Now the second one is z minus 6 equals to 0. Yeah. So z equals to, the opposite of negative 6 is positive 6. So z, the value of z can be minus 4 and can be 6. Okay, add some steps to do algebraic expression. If you get to used to it, it will be easier and faster for you to do so. So the summary of that is you have to know the fundamental laws of algebra, such as the commutative law, the associative law, the commutative law, the associative law, and the distribution law. And you have to understand the order of operations so you don't make mistakes when you're finding the value or when you are simplifying algebra. Okay, that's all about the first lesson. Thank you.